Well, the onset of fall weather, Coach, certainly a welcome occurrence for folks in Silicon Valley, and we've got football on a gorgeous day here in Santa Clara as we are situated at Levi's Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New England Patriots and the San Francisco 49ers.
Come on, baby. Let's go! Ready, Drake? 53's mine. Check. 53's mine. Let's go, let's go. Mike, 53. 53.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
53's to Mike. 53.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And incomplete to open things up. The intended receiver that time, Adam Humphries. But it'll be second down.
There are a good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll run it here. This is James White. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
You got take. You got take. You got take. Right, 64, weak. Mike's 54.
They'll set up to throw. And he hits his tight end, Ebron. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 13 at a New England first down.
Let's go now, let's go now, let's go now. 8-3.
Watch the run, watch the run.
First down, here's White. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 43-yard line.
Here we go. Ken Tucson, number 53, Mike 53. Watch the run, watch the run, watch the run. Delta. 53.
2nd and 11. Oh, battle for it here, and this will be caught. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 40.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Looking for Woods that time, and it's second down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Second and 10. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. Time will tell if that's an interception that rattles the rookie here. First drive on the road.
And you know the discussion going into the game centered on, okay, let's get out nice and easy, take care of the football, we're on the road. You're a youngster, let's not make mistakes early. But now the conversation will shift to, okay, put it behind you, move on. Long way to go in this one.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Open man, it's Preston Williams. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 15 for the Niners there and a first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Murray. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Jamie Collins. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Murray with a 3rd and long. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass, and sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that, and that's why they're able to get to him on it.
Back to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, 49ers. A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly for 6. McManus's point after is good, and the lead grows to 10-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. And Thomas has it. Past the 20. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Michael Thomas, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
This one taken just inside the 10. And they'll have excellent field position to begin this drive as he's all the way up to midfield at the 50.
After return to midfield, I just wish we could open up the heads of the offensive and defensive coordinators, because right now the wheels have to be spinning because things just changed. Offensive playbook just opens up, and now defense. Do you play aggressively or do you lay back a little bit to try and calm things down?
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
The throw over the middle taken in, and he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 37.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against,
there he goes left side. Touchdown, 49ers. A great effort there with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognizes
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter. And a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They go right back to White here on first down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And it's a fumble. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. Huge, huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
This one fielded at the 5. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 31 yards there and a first down.
I love football lingo and the evolution of it all. Nickel defense makes sense, right? 5 defensive backs. But then you go to 6. What are you going to call that? They call it a
double.
a dive, which is just very simple for them. The math doesn't add up, But I know one thing, offenses love to run against dime defenses. Typically, the bigger guys have an advantage against the smaller defensive backs when they're blocking downfield.
Yeah, we saw that advantage right there. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Let's go. 53 to Mike. 53. Check 53. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room. Let's go. Let's go. Here we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Go. Big series right here. So we got to step it up. 53.
Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
The name of the game is always on defense, put pressure on the quarterback. And that's exactly what they've done today. It looks like they've got him a little bit rattled. That would have been the 2nd interception in the first half.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. He'll look to throw. And he connects with Ebron. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That one good for 13 at a New England first down. On first down, it's White. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. New England on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Exit. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Yes! 54. Yeah, let's get that.
They'll look to throw here. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. To throw on 2nd and 6, Murray. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. To throw is Murray. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. Davis now to return it. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And the Patriots will have great starting position as they take over 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. It's White. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is going to be 49er football.
Well, that's the down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long. And you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him, sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did. Yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 for the Niners there to first down.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
On play action, it's Murray. And he will find his receiver, Pettis, for a 49ers touchdown. Dante Pettis, his second touchdown on the season. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And a rout is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
26-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty...
Under pressure, they got him again. Harold Landry able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Watch the run. They're running it. Hey, watch that.
Looking to throw. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Joey Bosa, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27.
Here we go.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. Steps away to his left. He's going to go up top for the end zone, and nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Back to throw here. To the right side to Eric Ebron. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Ready, go.
They're going to look to throw. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Michael Thomas with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Patriots get a score closer. And oh, it's no good. For the 2nd time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. On first down, Hubbard. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 40.
On 2nd and 12, Murray, he sets to fire, and that's caught inside the 30. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one good for 37 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Flushed out right. And he whips that one incomplete there. Evan Ingram was the intended target. That'll bring up second down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. And McManus able to put it through. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach...
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
He's got it to Williams. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Partner, he sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, we're going to sell the go. Just go, and let's see who's faster.
And that little deke, the juke move that we saw, able to give him the 1st down yardage before he's brought down. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. Here's Murray rolling to his right. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. 1st down, Murray. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now a give, right side. It's Hubbard, and he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Returnable here for Davis. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Pats will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10.
Red
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up third and about 6. He'll drop to throw. He finds Humphries. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down.
53, check, 53 roll. Chopper. 53, Mike. All day, dog. 53's the Mike. 53, check, 53. On yard, set, go.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to let this one go deep. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And that'll bring up second down. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. On second down, they'll run with White. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Right back to him on first down. The 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. This is Samuels. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. The tackle by Robert Quinn.
A good solid game there on first down, but the defense has to be happy they didn't let it pop for anything bigger.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Murray to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
And across the chalk into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead.
The Patriots take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Jones able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on. 57 to mine. Two, fellas, let's go.
They'll drop to throw. Ebron caught left side. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion. This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10. Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Michael Thomas, 63 yards. And the Patriots make some inroads here on that deficit. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Now a give, right side. It's Hubbard. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
And an alley to run. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. So not his arm, but hurting him with his legs. A gain of 19 on the keeper and a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Hey! Motion, pump, 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 pump! Pump, pump, pump!
Murray now on 1st down. This is caught by Williams. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run, and even 50 yards. And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Kyler Murray, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. McManus's point after is good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, watch that, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
They'll look to throw. Uncorks one for Davis. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. New England on third down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Right there, 54 Mike. Check.
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. They were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
From the 29, Murray looking for the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down. The Niners on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 7. They'll run it now out of the gun. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense can crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. They run the counter. Hubbard. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
Well, they made the play there, and I'll guarantee you their coaches and the other players are screaming at them about their pride. Come on, guys. He's already gotten in 3 times. You can't give up a 4th one. And on that play, they were able to make the stop.
And you knew they were going to go to him to try to get that 4th.
And why wouldn't they? It's not just getting the 4th. He's the hot hand, so to speak, right? The hot feet in this situation. And he knows how to find the end zone. That time, he just didn't get there.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
58.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the 1st. 6 yards puts him right on the doorstep, but now it'll be 4th and goal. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
He's got his man on the crossing route. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
Set, ready. 70 Indy, or big. Tight end right.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Harold Landry picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. And he's going to go down again. Harold Landry able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey.